Oh, I don't know what this is. What is it? I've never seen that before. See, even Cameron didn't like it. What's the worst thing is, what's that? Oh. Well, welcome to Wednesday the 26th of February. And I'm trying to work out what the hell's in the sky. I'm also trying to work out what the hell's on the floor, to be fair. So I'm just at the top of the deer park at the moment. Just having a quick look around. Just looking at the mole ploughing I did. You've never seen before anyway. So yeah, probably hear by my sniffling. It's actually been quite cold this morning. Just a little bit touch of frost on my truck as I got out, but looks like it'd be a nice day. Unfortunately, I'm stuck inside this week, so I might show you that later on. I'll have to have a word with boss, see what he says. But we're doing a bit of renovation work to one of the buildings, so that thing must be warm as well. I'm all warm down one side of my body, and it's not because I peed myself. So yeah, it's been a mad, what, 3 weeks now? We've just had 3 storms, I think it is, come across. I can't remember now, 3 or 4. I've lost count. And just rained, absolutely chucking it down. It wasn't a bad day yesterday afternoon, and then we looked up and it was absolutely bouncing off the windows with rain. So yeah, I think my mole pond's still working because that's not very big, and you can actually see in the pond there's still a little bit of flow in it. So, but I don't know why you can see that. There's still water sat all over the shop. But the flood water's still very high, unfortunately. It's probably been the highest we've had it for, I don't know, knocking on 10 years now. I think we got to 6.6 metres above the norm. But as we were talking about, I still don't know what the average norm is. I don't know how to work it out, but fair to say it's been a bit wet. So we've had all the horses out for winter turnout still, so they've been chewing the fields up. We did keep them in for a couple of days, but I think we should have had them for more, but that's just me. But yeah, it all seems to have worked quite well. After 2010, when we had, I think it was 2010, no, 2000 and, yeah, was it 2010 or 2001? I'll have to find out, I keep forgetting. Basically, we had a lot of dig out. We had the pond that's over the back of there had a pipe running out into a ditch and then runs to the river, and we had a lot of excess clay, so all that clay came down here and I started trying to level it. So this bit's really wet now. I basically scraped out a load of it, but we also had what was basically a big pond here in winter time. Salt water off top. I don't think you'll be able to see it very well, but it just slightly goes uphill over there. So everything from all that area in front of that stump of a tree came this way. Before we put the road in, it would have gone through the road and into the pond. So we ended up putting that little ditch in there that you'll have seen when I was doing the mole ploughing. And this is still wet on top, but it's not a standing lake. So that's definitely working well. We've also noticed that where the caravan track is, which is, well, basically the rest of this track that runs through from the caravan site down to the main tarmac road, it was flowing, water was flowing down there as well. So I'm hopefully, I've had a word with Bossman and he's pretty much okayed it, but we need to get on and do it. But we're basically going to dig a ditch from where we call a car park field right round down to the drive to stop this flowing water off the top. if I get there quick enough, I'll show you. I've just trekked around the boys' winter field and played with that mud, so I'm a bit damp. So this nearly overflowed yesterday as well. Basically there's a low spot down here where the old track shed is. So there's a low spot here, and the water tends to come out and fill this bit down here and basically up that side as well, so you can't get through. But again, it was only there for a day or so before it cleared up and disappeared. So yeah, we've had, so basically there was water coming off the fields to the left, and again before all this track was here, most likely it'd have flown straight across there, and there's a ditch on the other side of those trees where I put the hedge in, so all the water would have gone down there. Trying to talk properly with all the water. But what seems to be happening now is this road seems to be the barrier, so everything's coming off the field, hitting this edge of the road, flowing down here. You can tell by puddles as well, and then disappearing off around that corner, and then we've got a grate over there on the roadside which we might get to. So the idea is to try and dig a trench. I'd prefer it to be on this side of the fence, out the way of the horses. To dig a trench all the way down here, pipe under the gateway, and return it down this fence line, and then we'd come back under this track. I'll show you in a minute. But you can see all this as well, it changed from one side of the road to the other, so it flowed all the way down here. So all it's doing is just taking off the fine surface layer of the road and washing it away. And obviously when you get traffic on it, it stirs up even more. So yeah, I'd come down here with ditch and then solid pipe it under the road and take it down there to that ditch corner, which is probably going to be a job for today. Oh, this is wet. So yeah, this is hot water that's come up from river. There's a ditch that runs around there and it basically backs up. Worst we ever had it was over the top of this road, which was quite exciting. But yeah, this field, I'll show you this when it all goes down. And the same with this side as well. There shouldn't be a pond here. So the ponds that I just mentioned over there where we put the pipe in, the pipe from the field, or from that pond, ran through that field. You can just see where the grass turns there, ran under there, under the road, and then down to a ditch and out. Well, there's also a grate just there. There's a grate which I dug in, runs all the way down here and into this ditch. There is a 4-inch pipe underneath all this water, underground, which used to be the main flow out from the pond, and then we put a 6-inch pipe straight under this road and out, just for situations like this where it's been overflowing. But obviously there's been so much water at the moment, I think it'll actually be blocked up, so I might have to poke around in there. So there's actually a 4-inch and a 6-inch pipe in there. Well, the river's so high, obviously it's not coping with it. We've got a couple of channels in the side of the bank there to let water out through as well. So yeah, it's fairly high. Right, I'm going to stop rambling and go see if Boss is up and out and get started on some building work. Yay. Not my favourite thing to do, but there you go. Keeps me out of water and out of mud. Right guys, I'll catch you later. Cheers, bye.